Let's be totally honest. As a business owner, your time is the most valuable resource that you have. One day I'm gonna die. And how I spend my time is literally the most important thing to me. So it's important that when I'm running my business, I'm not doing the day-to-day mundane tasks that could be automated. So in this video, I'm gonna break down the top 5 ways I like to use Zapier to automate my business. And if you don't know what Zapier is, think of it like a software that talks to other softwares and helps them talk to each other. That's the best way for me to explain it. If you really wanna scale past multiple 6 figures a year, you need to have automations within the business, because I always live by the saying, automate before you delegate. Because once you start hiring people, your profit margins are going to decrease. So you have to look at what parts of the business could I automate before I then look at hiring. And that's really what makes Zapier so powerful. So with that being said, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get straight into it. Now, before we get into this, you're probably wondering, can Zapier really help me make 10 grand a month or even scale to multiple 6 figures? Yes, it can, because it's going to save you a ton of money. And then you're probably wondering, is it technical? Do I need to be a wizard on a laptop? No, you don't. And you're probably going to ask me, does it cost money? Zapier has multiple plans. They have free plans and they have paid plans, so it's no big deal. I'm going to just show you my top 5 automations. So the first Zap that I do recommend is new payments. So as soon as you get a new customer on your Stripe, it automatically goes into a Slack channel and into a Google Sheet as well, actually. But in this case, I'm going to just show you a Slack channel. As you can see here, we set up a Stripe account, we add it up, and then I'll literally edit the Zap so you can see how it's made. But essentially, we've got different events that we can trigger. In this case, I'm triggering either a new payment, but really for this one, I do a new customer, because a new payment could be like an old customer, like updating their payment details or something like that. So new customer, that's it. I'm not going to go forward because it will share some sensitive details. Then we send a message into a Slack channel. Now we have a Slack channel that literally says payment success. That's our payment success channel. And then we have a message. There's a new payment at channel. Check if you need to enroll someone. Date, that's the date that the payment was made. Amount, name, email, invoice number, billing address. I gave the bot an icon, and that's that. So now the whole team is alerted as soon as someone pays. Obviously, if you're running a business and you're sending out invoices, you're sitting there waiting for it to come through. Like, this gives you complete clarity. And if you have a sales team, it's very good for them to see what's going on, because you want to have transparency in terms of commissions and stuff like that. So the next thing is going to be failed payments. Now, if you was to add up all the unpaid invoices you have in your business, I can guarantee that you probably owed quite a bit of money. So what we do is every time we get a payment that's missed, we automate it. So again, same setup in Stripe, failed payment in Stripe. Then we send a message to a Slack channel, which is obviously the same thing. Then it says email, failed their payment. Please reach out to them ASAP or they're going to lose access in 30 days. Their phone number, then the dashboard to Stripe so we can go and see what's going on. Then we add their name to a Google Sheet, which says unpaid invoices, how much they owe, and their email. And then we automate an email follow-up saying, hey, unfortunately, your payment that was due was unsuccessful. Your card declined. If you wish to fulfill the payment, please update your card and contact us through email if you have any concerns. We know mistakes happen, so we'll give it a few days. If you are struggling with any personal finances, please contact us directly through an emailed response. So it's a very measured email. It's not aggressive. I'm just like, look, I understand things happen. Let me know what's going on. So that is automation number 2. Let's go back to the Zaps. The third one that I like is the scorecard. And for me, this is one of the best ones. We obviously get a ton of sales calls, right? And you should be aiming to get a lot of sales calls too. I'm going to show you one that we created. Yeah, I'll show you this one. Here's what happens. We use Go High Level as our CRM system. Someone books a call. Obviously, when they book a call, they put in a bunch of details, such as, their monthly revenue, what area they're from, or their website, how much they can invest. Those type of details are given to us. We actually send over all of that information into ChatGPT, but we also give it a prompt. So we say to ChatGPT, please assess the application and score the lead based on criteria provided. This is for a potential client who's considering joining our program and business owners to get to over 10 grand a month. So this is what we used to use in our old business, actually. Sorry, we've got another one now. And then we give it some points, and then we have the criteria: monthly revenue, capital to invest, are they full-time coach or whatever. But in this case, we might say, do they have a full-time website, stuff like that. And then we fill in, these are like the placeholders. So we fill this in based on like the form will like populate into this. And then ChatGPT will send us a message privately in our chat. And it says, it will give us a full response. And obviously right now you can't see that, but it will give us a full response. It will tell us if it's a good lead or a bad lead. Should we take the sales call or not? Like, this has been really, really powerful. And then we have like the name, email, phone, source, who's the closer for that call, and Instagram handle. And literally from there, we know if it's worth taking the call or not. And then we update the lead, we update their notes on the CRM. This is easily my favorite automation that we use in Zapier, because like, how many times do you get on calls with leads that are not qualified? This will save you hours of time, because there's no point, like 2025, you do not need to talk to people that can't afford your services. Yeah. It's very important that you set that boundary with yourself. Like, don't talk to people that can't afford your services. It is what it is. So that's that. The next one, automated content planner. This is very, very powerful. So I'm going to just show you this one again. Very, very powerful for any business owner who just wants to get content done. Easy, easy, easy. It should be somewhere here. ChatGPT content prompt. This is probably one of my favorite ones. So here's what happens. We've got a board in ClickUp. We move something over on the board on ClickUp. So let's just say I've got a bunch of video ideas. Let's just get ClickUp up at the same time. So that will make more sense. I'll move something over, right? I'm not going to show you a live example, but I will show you pretty much how I do it on ClickUp. So you see, we've got the media pipeline, YouTube flow, if it will load. Come on. All right, cool. So as you can see, we've got the YouTube flow here, and then we've got like a backlog of ideas. When we move it over to ideation, this happens. So there's a delay for a certain period of time. We just let it delay for a second, and then we just make sure that it's the right task. And then we send a prompt to ChatGPT, and then it says, I'm training you to become a YouTube video intro script writing machine. Please write at a 6th to 8th grade reading level and maintain a conversational tone, blah, 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 blah. Then it uses the output of the video, which is going to be basically the title. And I want it to provide me 7 variations, give me 8 hooks. And that's literally it. And then give me a little bit of questions that I can use to make the video. Then it updates the task, which then moves it to the next part of the pipeline, which in ClickUp is actually going to be need to film. So you can see if I move something here, it automatically goes here. So here's an example, how to use automations to scale your business. If you come in here, what is it giving me? Title, thumbnail, why, blah, 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 blah. Burning questions for the viewers, different questions. And then basically the script is done, basically. I love it. I literally love this. And that's that. That's it. It's done. It's up to date. So that's how we come up with YouTube ideas without having to really think about it. And then the last one is automatic onboarding. When someone pays us, we begin an automatic onboarding process. This is something that a lot of businesses don't have, which is why a lot of businesses, you get stuck into the weeds and doing things you don't need to do. In this case, in our old business, OHB, when someone filled out a jot form and they signed the T's and C's, they automatically got sent into a campaign. And then from there was a message into our Slack channel to say terms and conditions for so-and-so client has been signed. Email is this, and that's it. And the campaign has a couple emails to onboard them throughout the process. And that is literally it, step by step. So those are my top 5 automations. Literally, these automations save me at least 10 to 15 hours per week. And now we're incorporating AI to make it even easier. So new payments, failed payment, scorecards, automated content planner, and automatic onboarding. Those are the 5 that I use right now in my business. And there's even more, as you can see on my list, but that's all I recommend that you get started with. If you want help on how to actually do this in your business, all you got to do is drop me a little DM on Instagram, or I've actually left a link in the description that you can literally book in a call with me. There is no pressure. It's 20 minutes and we don't pitch you anything. Hopefully you found a ton of value in that. If you need help with AI and automations, more than happy to help. Just leave a comment and let me know also in the comments if there's any type of tutorials or videos you'd like me to put together and show you, because we really want to do a lot of tutorials on this channel as well. So you guys can actually train yourselves and get good at these things.